Hey friends, this is Ayesha at Youngspapercreations. I want to thank you for joining me this morning. I'm about to fill in some pockets so that this customer will be able to get this journal as soon as possible. It's practically finished, quite pretty, very feminine. It's got over 100 pages, about 120 pages in here, and it's decorated with cardstock. Got a little lovely ruffle going on here, and it's got pockets and extra writing hidden spots in there. So join me if you have a few minutes. We're just going to fill in the pockets, and let's get started. So at the side of my desk, right over here, I've got all of my papers that I use for pockets, and that's what I'm gonna use right now to get going with this lovely lady right here. And sometimes I jump around based on what I'm finding. So I basically grab and look to see what is looking cohesive. So these are all, if I put it on this side, it means that I'm going to be looking to implement it, and the cover is a good gauge as to what you can have on the inside, because it provides a complete look, a cohesive look. So I like to do that. So I pull as many pieces as I can, and then I'll get started. How about you guys? If any of you out there, you create your own journals, what's your method? How do you go about it? Write in the information below, and let's share. Okay, so these are some that I've pulled for this cover. We're just gonna maybe see if we can do one or two pockets. All right, so let's see what goes. I like this. Right away I can see that I like that. But do I have enough to carry it off in the pocket? Because this is how it will be in the pocket. And then I'm thinking maybe I can use some of the pink to layer it on. And so this is how we work our way through. When we're finished, do we then ask, do we like what we see? I think I like what I see so far. Alright, so let me cut this down. And I'm looking to take up as much of the height as possible so that this will be seen. You see, as much of the height as possible. And so that was, the width of the paper was just a smidgen from 5 inches. And I like to work on my corners. I don't like the sharp edges. So we're gonna get that. And I like that. Okay. Now we're gonna go back in, and I'm choosing this because of that too. And then we've got some pink over here, so we want to bring that in if possible. So I'm gonna go in and cut this down. And again, I'm going to round off my edges. So measuring here is a big deal because you need to know the width of your paper that's going to go across in your pocket. And then you also want the height, so perhaps you can layer it to have that layered effect. Now, I'm not feeling this paper so much only because there's a stark difference between I don't know if you can see it, but this is a little bit more white. So I might hold off from that. And let's check this. I like this only because it's a little bit more popping. I might later change that. Maybe So I showed you where I was pulling my papers from, and sometimes I run out of the exact pieces that I need, and that's when I would later have to come back. But I think I just found one that I'm okay with. You see that? Maybe this is acceptable. It's shimmery. It's pretty. It's a lovely piece. So all here, this is where we write, okay? And these are just extra writing opportunities for us. So I'm gonna take off just a sliver. And once again, work my corners. I don't know how many of you are into paper crafting and lover of papers, all things papers, but it's a wonderful therapeutic pastime. And for those of you who love to journal, you don't have to tell me. I'm sure you love, once you start working with paper, you just fall in love with paper and paper crafting, all things paper crafting. So now we're onto this pocket. Let's do one more, okay? So we've completed this pocket. I hope you guys like it. I hope I have enough light for you to see there. It's quite pretty, but I want to go in and do another. So I see this one here. It mimics this page, but it's different. If you see the purple in there, there's a purple piece. I'm not sure. I'm taking off my sweater here. I need a purple piece of some sort to go in there. I just came across a few pieces here. No? No. Maybe this piece, because you see we've got the green here. You might not be able to see it well, but here there's green. So, and then we've got this here. So I'm going to use that. Again, the height that I'm working with for my journal is just about 9.5 to fill my pocket in the height. The width of it all, though, sometimes we have to go back and measure because it varies. So if I check my width here, I think I can use maybe 4 1/4. So let's try 4 1/4. And what do I do every time? Get my corners in order. Pet peeves for sharp edges in journals. Hardly do I leave them. Okay, I am liking that so much. It's looking so pretty. Okay, let's see what else we have. Now, once I'm finished filling in the pockets, I like to go back and add little niceties. But the main cornerstone is to make sure that your pockets, the major pockets, have something. Not all the time, because some customers like to be able to stuff it with their own items. But as much as possible, I try to place extra writing opportunities in the pockets. Writing real estate, I like to call it. So with this pocket, not only did I measure the page, because this page is a little bit shorter, but also the pocket, and I'm looking at about 4 inches across. And what about the offcuts that you have? Well, those stick around for the usage of embellishments. And when I can no longer use or find that they're not complementing the other journals that I'm working on, I then pass those on to any of my crafty beginners. The scrappies. But as much as possible, paper crafters can use each and every one of their papers. There's no such thing as garbage per se for paper if you can create ephemeras with them. You'd be amazed what some crafters can do with those little pieces. So we don't get rid of scrappy papers easily. They are gems. Oh, that's so pretty. Alright. I don't know what time I'm working with, but I still have a few more pockets to finish. I don't know if I'll finish them all with you, but I just wanted to complete a few of them. So I think I'll stop now because there's so much to do. I've got one pocket left here. I love putting pockets in my journals so that individuals can get pretty papers and items found as they journal and want to hide little pieces. Here's the second one. This one was made with an envelope, so this opens here. So that's 2. And this one I've already done. And this pocket at the back here opens up also for writing space. Magic, huh? So, thank you for crafting along with me. I hope you got a little bit more of an idea as to how I go about decorating my journals. And it's such a wonderful, therapeutic experience for me, being able to create these journals. There's such a beauty and therapeutic aspects to creating. Our Father God is a creator, and we as well, being his children, we are made to create with our mouths, our hands, our lives. And so being able to get my journals into individuals' homes is such an honor. If you're looking for journals to start journaling, you've never journaled before, check out my information below. Ayesha at Youngspapercreations. Um, what am I saying? Youngspapercreations at gmail.com. Again, guys, listen to me, but also look below. It's so early. I have to get ready for work. So all of my information can be found below, and you too can have one of my journals in your hands. Thank you so much for spending this time with me in filling in these pockets. Take care, and God bless and keep you. Remember to share and subscribe. I look forward to having my work shared with as many ladies as possible. I do create journals for men, but primarily ladies. It's so important to journal, guys. Take care. Bye bye.